Radiant team ban. Fnatic's turn to pick. Radiant team.
Slada. Winter Wyvern.
Fnatic's turn to pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Ancient apparition.
Fnatic's turn to ban. Seconds remaining.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Dota
remaining.
Pit Season 4 by G2A Southeast Asian region. We're doing game number 2 of this 2-game series between Fnatic as well as Signature.Trust after what was a solid draft by Signature.Trust in game number 1, finding an answer to the Gyrocopter. Yeah, there was house gaming. There wasn't a whole lot that Fnatic could do. When it came to pure execution, it really felt like Fnatic kind of outplayed them, but Huskar, really good hero. he's solid when there's not much physical damage against him, and he gets a lot of space. It's not even the physical damage, they have physical damage, it's just even physical damage doesn't quite do it. Because like, TA can't ever get close against get foreshadow. Well, let's see how they go as we go into game number 2. Fnatic, they pick up what was
10 seconds.
Can we
remaining.
still class him as the hero of the patch? Is Doom still the hero of the patch? No. Hero of the patch is out.
Radiant team ban.
Well, he's still in the pool. They both bypassed him. The hero of the patch, Shadowfiend, or Tusk. Any one of these 3 heroes of the patch. Well, Shadowfiend and Tusk are both banned out by Trust. And for that, again, they really, like, this Mushi SF. We don't have to say much more on that one. And Ohio's Tusk got been, it was brilliant yesterday. Those are both just... Shadowfiend is just so fast. Can't... Gets on my line way too quick.
Turn to pick.
Tusk is a hero that is unbelievable. Like, Snowball... You just described that spell to me, and I didn't know what Tusk was. The first time I heard the concept of it. We were actually having that debate with Bruno at the majors, like, okay, so how are we meant to balance this game? How do we balance Tuska well, while they're inside a snowball, can be affected by all abilities. You end up just nuking everyone. But I would kind of destroy Tusker. Yeah, that would make him.
Radiant
In
team
fact,
pick.
that would make Snowball a bad spell. That would not make Snowball good. Well, how else do you fix it? Right now, he's got the perfect. Like, he's got a. Realize that self RPs yourself. That's what you just described. You want an ability that RPs your own team for the enemy. Just saying! Man, this is like talking to Slacks about the Aghanims upgrades. Oh, that was terrific! Oh, that's so good!
10 seconds
We
remaining.
actually made Blitz so angry because we were talking about, like, Slacks and I
5
were
seconds
just
remaining.
like, well, we were shitting around, and we were talking about all the
Reserve
different
time.
Ags upgrades that we should have in the game, and we should definitely say to approach Valve and say that these should be in the game. And then we just started calling them out to Blitz, and Blitz just got angrier and angrier with every single one that we mentioned. It was Broodmother. They put him. The fun part about heroes like Huskar and Tusk and stuff, everybody in chat stuff like
10 seconds
Frog,
remaining.
the hero name, but they slightly change it into a
5 seconds remaining. Reserve
like
time.
that this game, except for Doom. Heroes unbelievable. Ancient Apparition really well against heroes like Winter Wyvern. Audidar when he has Sprint on as well. And then you've got heroes like Viper. Or the Ice Blast is pretty well against.
Brewmaster!
Can always steal.
Radiant team
Viper Strike.
back.
Possible not to. Not that great to steal, but you'll always get it. It's okay. It's okay. What is the stat I kept bringing up during the May? Just the fact that Viper, 1/3 the damage he does comes from
10
corrosive
seconds
skin.
remaining.
Yeah. And even from poison attack. Viper Strike, I think, was actually 3rd on the list.
5 seconds remaining.
The amount of damage that it does. But it could be a control mechanism. Maybe not that great up against the
Reserve
Brewmaster.
time.
And in fact, Signature.Trust still have a lot against the Brewmaster. Like, they're picking the Brew already into the Night Stalker's Silence. The ability to have Curse as well as the Crush of Slaughter.
Fnatic's turn to ban.
So it's not too bad, but Trust doesn't really have that much damage. Like, maybe this is also just my perspective on a Viper. I never really feel like he does that much in a fight. Like, it's that continuous damage over time that he
10
offers,
seconds
but he's
remaining.
never really that big powerhouse you expect to see. Like with the Jara,
5 seconds
you turn a flat
remaining.
cannon on, everything's basically dead around you.
Radiant
I mean,
team
you never get that
pick.
from Viper. He rolls though. Wins a mid matchup. Candidly, he's a frontline tank. Very much what they've geared themselves around, and they've taken a hero also that taken a bunch of heroes that Doom does nothing against. What are you gonna do? You're gonna Doom a Viper? Congrats. Yeah. You almost want to push this Doom into the off lane and just say, you know, just have fun there. Let the Brewmaster play the safe lane now.
10
Get
seconds
him to his
remaining.
Blink Dagger as well. It's a good timing. And then how do you run a Doombringer
5
in the
seconds
off lane
remaining.
against a Wyvern and Night Stalker? Yeah, they don't have any kind of stuns, but Ven offers that, or
Reserve
Slaughter
time.
offers that. They have enough issue. Yeah. They've got some high ground too. They've got a lineup that works pretty. What matters the most now is you don't hero like Huskar, so messing up the fights, like usual fights, actually means quite a lot here. Gotta be pretty careful. Your Signature.Trust.
Phantom Assassin.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Is that the greatest hero to really pick in this scenario? There's a lot of control, be it just from either slow, where she has to always Phantom Strike to keep up with everyone else, or stun control, comes in close up against huge amounts of damage. As Sven gets Ghost Strength, it's hard to put amplification on her. She melts. Or just the fact that there isn't too much magic burst. It makes sense in a kind of roundabout way. Is this also going to be the mid laner? Because Mushi is the one on the PA at the moment. Yes.
10 seconds.
So you're running a PA versus a Viper. I didn't say it was going to be the prettiest. Didn't say it was going to be great, just said it was going to be.
Prepare for battle.
What is this Doom set? I haven't seen this Doom set. That's what they're doing, but no way they use. Brewmaster does okay though, with evasion and clap. Fine. This is the first time I've seen ADTR play a different hero in 3 days. We have Brewmaster is a from Gyrocopter and Wraith King. That was a vastly different hero. We got initiation, we got micro, we got heavy amounts of control during the fights. It's gonna be the test to see how well ADTR is able to do. Ohio will take the off-lane Doombringer, and that just leaves Mushi as the safe lane PA, with Net and DJ backing him up. While Signature.Trust, are they actually? So the Winter Wyvern's moving down to the bottom lane. How should they really be trying to lane this? Do you try and contest the PA directly? Do you send like your tankiest heroes up there with a little bit of support? So send like the Viper, the Wyvern, as well as like an Ice Stalker, or push this event towards the top lane? I think you're running. I mean, they're probably just contesting the room. Send like 10 plus a few. Yes, really like that. Well, what's the other option? Like, you just keep the Slider up on the top lane, and he's got Cold Embrace to save him if things get rough. I guess can contest. Rubik AAPA is not that strong up our lane. Looking at that, that's that great. But it's Night Stalker Sven +1. Sure. Then you're a free lane. You have to ask yourself. I ask you. Hey, when I go through a game and I go through of it, I try to just see what pros and cons for trialing. Doom a free game, but if your lineup is geared around ignoring the Doom, then I guess it's okay. PA shut down, let the Doom do his own little thing, but you know, he has no effect. The problem though is that the PA can just passively farm. You don't actively kill a little. So I'm wondering if you should send 3 heroes up to the top lane instead. But if you do send actively, if you send 3 heroes though, what ends up happening then is that the Brewmaster is the hero that wants to comes around like level 6 up top. I feel like you just get. I'm not sure. Yeah, I could definitely get your point, and we'll see how Signature.Trust approach the game. But now they're actually not going to contest for the top rune. They're coming down to pick up the bottom.
To battle.
It's going to be pretty late to grab it, however. So Mikasa, he's going to find out that the pull through camp has been blocked up by a dire observer ward, but he won't find out for a little bit longer. As MyPro actually being chased down by Mushi back towards his own tier 1 tower. So MyPro will survive, but it guarantees that Signature.Trust are not going to contest for the top rune. Right. So it does look like it's just don't think you can just passively farm. If you were against a more passive mid hero on Fnatic side, like if they had something like a Alpha, probably get away with it, but the Brewmaster can get in so he gets a 6-minute rune and happens to be like your entire game's just not just gonna like tape back to the safe lane and slowly farm. That is way too delayed. I think there's a pretty certain timing with Signature.Trust lineup where they just want to go in. Then set for the one. Yeah, boss. Lords of Rising Fury. He's also got the wow! How the hell did I click on that from there? Yeah, the shield's actually not too shabby.
I like the shield a lot.
He's like
On the helm. I mean, he just looks like Spartan color.
hard not to look awesome as a Spartan. What do you actually want to look at for builds here from Jab? Like, do you try and prepare for the team fight early on, go for the mech build over on the Viper, or is it important for him to tank through it? Or is he meant to be your damage dealer? Do you need to get a Monkey King bar, for example, over on the Viper, so he can attack directly into the BA?
I think eventually you'll get one, but that you probably just build stand, get like become the frontliner that your team needs. Ready, the first standard, just a brawler. First hit.
No sniping this time around, DJ. Tried to do it before, this time Jamal's gonna be in the neighborhood. Oh, just force the Rubik back.
You!
High is also not even part of the lane. He grabbed himself a troll creep from inside the Radiant jungle. Suppose how does he even come down to this bottom lane? The Wyvern can just harass him from range.
You're just trying to eat a creep. Down the fast. No matter what you get at that phase. On as much money, experience, he's already level 2.
This off lane though, my pro is gonna have a lot harder time. Like, it's not just the fact that like his escape mechanism causes more damage to himself, but it's the fact that you have control of the Rubik and the ability for Mushi just to jump in with like Blink as well as Phantom Strike. He can instantly close that distance down into my pro. So it's all going to be about the crush timing. Him to escape.
Yeah, he has to get level 2. 1. Survivability without pass on skill potential.
The illusion.
Apparition. Gonna go for a pretty brief pull,
But not quite.
side where you grab a creep. Oh, just leaves the area.
Are you good?
Mushi's really good. Which
EJ's rotating up to the top lane. No vision for Fnatic on my pro, now there will be, but he instantly triggers sprint just to get away from DJ. DJ is fine with this. Like, maybe he's not fine with the damage he's taking in return, but he's making sure this ladder is getting absolutely 0-0 CS against the 17-7 of Mushi. I think this is a very comfortable position for Fnatic to be in for their core. But Lakel is also still getting like the free farm on bottom. Doom is just hovering around. He's getting levels and experience, which is great, but as I was saying before, like, how much does Signature.Trust really care that the Doombringer is getting this?
not. You're like non-stalker. Best in zone. Stalker silence. A lot of different ways. Tails is having a harder time lane.
Just missing the timing a little bit, that's all.
It has dagger.
Back up on top lane, Solana finally going to be initiated on, picked up, thrown back down again, and they just moved on all three different sides of him, almost making the Trinity of Death.
That was disgusting. None of them got hit by that crush. That's so perfect. He was in an awkward position. 100% dead. Touch. And that's why he's playing so defensively. Kill potential there. Whereas this bottom lane, it's a lot less. The Doom has Scorched
Actually,
Earth.
Ohio's got a chance here. He's got the movement speed as well as the extra damage from the Alpha Wolf, and misses the timing. Wyvern walking into the middle of a stack, so Ohio doesn't get anything here.
I know, that's quite a lot though that he's gotten out of this off lane. The fact that he's able to kill the support, and he's staying on par with the carry, amazing so far for how this laning phase has gone. Whereas for Signature.Trust, like the problem with picking a hero like Viper is he can't go to the
DJ, trouble for him. We hit Nice, so Nice is now going to start attacking, and Fnatic trying to run themselves away as Rubik right behind him going for that Void, and he should be able to finish the job here on DJ. Meanwhile, in middle lane, ADTR forced back behind the tower, and Fnatic, they're in a world of hurt because Signature.Trust are now attacking, but Slaughter's getting time to bottle back up again. Chap took a lot of damage from the tower, but ADTR tricks it perfectly around the tower. Now the Night Stalker will come in. They'll get the double kill, have to switch that Viper aggro off him. It doesn't happen, and now DJ picks up MyPro. While he might get crushed, if he can get one last attack, actually he does with the bait bolt. Will trade his life for it, however, and this will end up being a 3-for-3 exchange, but not until Ohio comes in with the one crit. He won't get it. However, that Scorched Earth and the attacks from the tower is probably going to ensure the kill over on Feymal. So 4-3 now on the board. A bit of a slow start to the game, but it's definitely picked up now that we hit the 5-minute mark.
Really good aggression by Signature.Trust. Gotta get kills, get out, but they don't have the burst necessary, like we talked about. There's nothing they get that just instantly nuke. Had enough time to actually respawn and still make an impact in the fight. Only level 3 onto this Rubik.
Dire's bottom
Trade
tower
overall
is
for
under attack.
a lot on there. Unfortunately though, they did lose their Brewmaster. He fights 6 and pretty good timing as Fame out comes in. He's got Void. You need to get it right now before it hits the tree line.
When he's hit the tree line, DJ's pushed him back, but they're still able to get in range with Jab to get the attack out. Signature.Trust are all over this mid lane.
This is fantastic timing. They're abusing the Master where he can get an ultimate off, and they're making sure that they're setting the tone of the map. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it slows down the Brew's timing a lot, and it makes it so that he's never really able to get the item progression that he wants, and slows down his game timing and his overall timing. You want to fight around the open. He's doing a fantastic job of it. Just about to hit level 6, they immediately go on him again before they do anything, and bottom Ohio. Normally that wouldn't be that big of a target though, but that was an offlaner that got quite a bit. He also skipped leveling Doom.
He actually bypassed it to go 3-3? Well, I suppose if Doom's not going to secure you a kill, then is there a big reason to get it? I know it's like the name of his ability name, but
Like an anime character, you know, they announce something. Person's it. What anime characters do you for? Dude, all the anime characters, is that what they do? Like, whenever they're about to do their special move or whatever, they just shout it out.
yeah.
Like two mid lane again. They're going on ADTR. They're trying to force out the ultimate, and they can get out without dying, but pretty fast.
DJ's pickup's going to do the work. There is the cold embrace on the Viper. DJ, he can't really do much more for now, but with Mushi in the middle of the fight, they've got a lot of damage there. And Mushi, he's dropping so low, he can't blink himself away out in time. Which means the 1-for-1 trade-off actually, it will be a 2 as Brewmaster back to his normal form. And with the Void ADTR, he
Has to start TPing. Nowhere near. He should go down here.
He will. With both Ice Blast, Doom being committed. Now Ohio, well, he has help. Mushi will arrive and Ohio will get himself a double kill on the Doom as the crit just destroys the Slaughter.
Like that, Toby.
I don't think anyone expected that.
I didn't even see him come in.
Even realized he
Radiant's middle
TPs.
tower
And
is
then with a
under
level
attack.
1 coup de grace.
They reset some control. Get into the enemy junk. Huge when you're on the Radiant side. Or when you're on the Dire side playing against. You want to be able to invade the Radiant as much
Radiant's bottom tower
as you
is
have
under
control of the mid
attack.
lane. Also that Rosh area. When you have heroes like PA, going for the Roshan isn't too difficult.
long as she's got some sustain.
Want to get control of the road here. They're playing against a Viper. He gets an Aegis.
Oh, Mikasa. Side-footing dagger. He actually turned around as the Ice Blast turned in because PA was making a jump from, so we want to go deeper into the tree line. That really just ensured his fate a little bit more. And this will mean Fnatic taking out a tier 1 tower.
Yeah, I like this move. They even forced the Brewmaster down to absolutely ensure this. I think the one downside of this is though is that ADTR once again he's kind of falling behind farm. A level behind the Viper. He's only 700 net worth behind, so I guess it's not too bad considering how often he would go mid. They want fast as possible.
Alright, I'm hoping I fixed the audio issues for everyone. I don't know what was changed last night, but either way. That's a little... Yeah, my pro outrunning the cold feet. I will TP and also getting a Vlad build from him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Where are you headed to, Mushi? Okay, that's a nice place. If only they had vision up there. They do in a way. Kells can't really afford to take any more damage. If they get a crit on... No, yeah, Ancient Apparition will take it. Cold Embrace was a little too late. The Stifling Dagger up at level 4 reaches him.
That is so much more than they just gave up to.
They can go for more. Mushi's ready to fight. DJ is actually wanting to just get himself out of here. TP's himself out and leaves Mushi for dead. There's a TP position for a shorter period of time, or a blink position I should say. But there's still a 1-for-1 trade-off.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Still looking pretty good for Fnatic. They were able to steal this time. Most importantly, that's his Blink Dagger now, or barely. And Viper has gone for
Dire's
Midas.
middle tower
Common
is
we
under
saw
attack.
Torpor get it on his secret days quite often. That he could continue to scale back because he's... That's still perfectly fine. Scale better with this yes and Y. Rue though is about to pick up the Blink and might just signal a bunch of aggression. With the fact that the Doom has some items now, he's got Vlad, he's forced network.
Mikasa quickly runs out. Mushi gets the crit and the cold feet, and will actually hit the Ice Blast. Also connects, chilling up the Night Stalker. If they got themselves a stun, yep, that level of death available. And Fei Mao will also drop at the top river. Meanwhile, back in towards the mid, ADTR as well as DJ battling against the Viper. There's no Brew split. He's short of the mana for the moment, but with a bottle charge up, now he's capable of doing so. And here we go. Will he find the Viper in time to get that stun off? No! They don't the TP out. The Kells will get stunned up with the tree line. They can keep this control up as they'll send him up into the air. Higher groups up around him. Mushi comes in from the northern side, and this is just basically a circle of death for the Kells. He'll end up going down, and maybe not with the curse. They'll actually hold him in position just that little bit longer.
He's not dying.
No, even with the Doom on Lacal, he's still tanking through it, and Slana getting these multiple crushes off. Curse doing serious work, and now it's Fnatic Mushi. He Venom struck himself up through a high to get away, and they split into multiple parts. Lacals will have this Doom wear off now, so he goes directly for the Stormbolt. The ward on the hillside is what gave him the vision to allow him to find this kill. Ohio is still on the run from MyPro. And with the level death, MyPro very uncertain about this. Turns on the sprint, he's almost down. In fact, he will go down the tower. But support has arrived with Mikasa as well as Female. They'll chase after Ohio, back behind the tier 1 tower. And with the Ice Blast coming in, okay, that's not going to help them at all. They'll go for the Drunken Haze and the Wyvern to slow him down. DJ, what do you steal? Let's give me the Arctic Burn. Attacks it back into Mikasa as Fnatic keeps this fight going. Where have they got any damage? They got the clamp off cooldown down. Wait a little bit longer. There she blows. And the Wyvern will drop the Viper. He'll keeps it going into DJ. They just want to keep fighting, but DJ with the toss back throws jab away from himself. Will end up saving his life. Mushi does TP in directly after, but Signature.Trust have had enough now. They will stop.
That was like 8 minutes of team fight. We just witnessed. They're getting more than a kill a minute. Both sides, kills a minute. This game is average so far, and this circle of death that you thought they had brought, no, Lakel's is a lot angrier. And we're so close to the tier 2 that everybody was just like, okay, we're gonna walk in. Viper just casually starts right-clicking people. The other side of things, Apparition does finally go down. That's a killing spree. Pretty significant. He does Blink Dagger, and Fei Mao, I mean, biggest beneficiary of all of these mini skirmishes has the urn, has the point booster. This is now like a slightly underfarmed mid. Think about it before the Roshan. Easy for their lineup. Get up pretty easily on the Phantom Assassin. Now things might go a little bit better for them in the non-stop 5-man skirmishes. Almost leveled out to 0.
As far as golden experience, yeah, that's only like, it's not even like 500 really between them. Ice Blast coming up to the top lane, Night Stalker, he's only going to get chilled up by this. So we need some more follow-up damage, but that's why Ohio, he moves down, he's chasing after the Slaughter with that Doom on him. MyPro has basically ensured this kill. The Night Stalker, he'll TP out from the tree lines, the rest of Fnatic won't find him. But they get the kill on the Slaughter, they slow him down with, actually not even slowing down his real item progression. He's already got the Blink Dagger 15 minutes in.
What do you really need is Flea Fishmat. You just really need a
Blink Crush Amplifier, that's it.
Every other item after a Blink Dagger on heroes like that are kind of
is under attack.
they're almost just throwaways. Like the Force Staff is obviously really good, but the point is
that Bruce Split is gone again. Chasing after the Viper, Jab having himself some fun as the Viper. He's sent up into the air. Lakel's comes in for the stun. DJ's not a healthy man. In fact, he's a dead man. Still need more control. This Brewmaster, he had all of his spirits on cooldown as far as their abilities go. And Slaughter jumps in. Wow, they just left this party with Ancient Apparition on the top. Looking back to the game and back to the sidelines again with Unit. Kill after kill after kill coming the way of Trust as well as Fnatic. It is trade-offs.
Dire's
not the
middle
hero that you
tower
want to
has
initiate on,
fallen.
nor is this Sven. And this is something that we talked about in the draft
Radiant's
is
top tower under attack.
Zig just have heroes that run at you. And they don't stop running at you, even if you get gone on. There's not a whole lot of
Dire's
counter
middle
initiation that you can
tower
do in a
is under
situation
attack.
like this. Like Flardar, I guess, is the least tanky of all the targets. Like even then, they've got some defensive abilities. They've got these. They've got the Cold Embrace. As long as they don't get hit by the AA blast, and that was the key there, is that they weren't able to hit it on the jab. Figured that jab would continue. Like, was on the. Now he's gonna finish these.
Oh, Lakel's, this is not the dream! At a level 1 ulti it is. We won't end up shattering from this. Take a lot more damage than that. He keeps getting interrupted every time he tries to do Ancients.
He's okay though. He's ahead of the PA in farm. So the PA.
Are you ever really ahead of the PA when she's just able to crit like that?
Yeah, of course. All the time. Wait, what kind of question is that?
The amount of damage just gets massively amplified by the PA.
Yeah, but then you could say the same thing about this Sven and this Cleave.
Sure.
You could make that argument about anything.
But you remember the old argument that Puppy used to make? It's like, if I look at these abilities, like, this ability gives me this much damage, so it's worth this much amount of money, compared to like a rapier build. Like, this ability gives me 3 rapiers. That's the argument he used to make. I haven't heard that argument from him in a long time.
And is no longer broken. Alright, here we go. They're gonna invade once again. Lakel's finishes the stack in time. Pretty significant.
They got the jump. There goes your level of death, but actually, okay, Signature.Trust trying to smoke themselves, but they catch up different targets. The Night Stalker in the mid lane. And Crippling Fear, the only thing that's we saw on the Ice Blast. Gonna be nice little hit to Brewmaster. Mushi jumping a long way forward on 3 ice-chilled heroes. Mushi, though, just doesn't have the really follow-up damage, not when Viper keeps the control of him. Wyvern, as well as the Slaughter, they actually combine together, find that kill. DJ as well as ATR. ATR just left DJ for dead. He's already amplified up, so DJ has nowhere to hide. The only thing is upside is the fact that Fnatic got out there with the Brewmaster at life, but they lost so much, giving a triple kill over to a Wyvern of all people.
They're not getting enough out of these engagements. Like Sig, the heroes are just so tanky. Nobody is getting burst damage down. The team fights aren't even really going their way, despite the fact that they were able to catch Sven relatively early in the era to kill the Night Stalker. But they had the numbers advantage. Even then, the Viper is just too tanky. The amount of damage that he puts out is enough right now in these fights where you can't really ignore him. You don't really want to go for him either, and he just continues to 14 right now. He's leveling much faster than any of the heroes in the game right now, even his own. Ben is right behind him. When we look at the XP graph, it's really ticked upwards. Net worth graph is way. Engagements just aren't favoring Fnatic. Like, once again, draft is kind of outclassing them.
But MyPro just leaves just in time to avoid the Ice Blast. Let's try and caboose through the rest of the work.
Illusion.
They're coming out to fight once again. Night time begins. Night Stalker's on the hunt. Aghanim's up to close to being done, but as the Brewmaster, their eyes are set on. Back behind the tower, Wyvern bringing up two friends. As the Observer Ward, you'll actually see the Brewmaster TPing out, and they can't do anything about it, so nicely read by Fnatic. And they're making that move. There was one dire Observer Ward that would have scattered that movement of the Wyvern though.
Good job so far.
Oh, they see Mushi. Underneath the Observer and Sentry, and he went down the low ground, so he didn't even see MyPro arriving, and with Viper Strike, he'll Phantom Strike himself down towards net, but he's ticking out too quickly. So the Viper finds the kill. Doom and Cold Feet and Ice Blast being committed to kill off this Viper. So now he goes down. MyPro will jump back into the engagement.
Everybody from Signature.Trust is going. This is do or die for Fnatic right now. They've got to be pretty scared, but Net, he's going to get gone on at the same time. Hell, this stuff's not going to reach. They're going to go for ADTR instead. Who's silenced up?
Oh, there's no way. Curse on Ohio too. They're actually going for all three cores at this point. As the Doombringer will drop in Fnatic, they're losing players left, right, and center.
They had to commit so much to kill that Viper token, and it's nighttime, and they've got a lot of heroes that can run fast. They got Warcry, Sprint, the Night Stalker during this nighttime. Once you committed to that Viper, it wasn't just you're gonna kill the Viper and get out. It was, oh, Doom and Ice Blast have been used. Let's get into an engagement if possible. You don't even need an efficient Winter's Curse anymore with something like that happening. Fight after fight, they just continue to get ahead.
Lakel's Mushi's trying to get something back, but Lakel's...
What's the fight you want to take?
I don't know! Mushi's not looking healthy. DJ's going to come in for a little bit more control. He'll give the Warcry over to Mushi. Yep, they're on the run. Mikasa, what's he got? Well, MyPro, he's got the speed. Right behind Mushi, gets the crush off. And now, well, he finds the kill. Is there support? The cold embrace over on Lakel, so Mushi's already down for the count. And they go in deep, but there's still no curse available. But with the amplification on the Brewmaster, Signature.Trust see everything. And they just keep fighting.
That really felt like frustration to me, Toby. When they went for that Sven at bottom, there's almost no way that they can kill him, and there's still a tier 2 tower available when they went on him. But I guess they're trying to just make something happen around the map and team like crazy, but they're not going to take down a Sven with 1800 HP and 20 armor, 20 minutes in the... He's even got an SNY, so the chase ability's there. And when you're playing against a lineup like this, it's not just a lineup that can 5-man, it's a lineup that can easily turn things around because of the speed at which they can get into these engagements. So for Fnatic, you get into a fight, you have to hard commit. You have to know that you're going to win that fight. And that bottom lane fight was not something that's fake.
Now, Signature.Trust are going to force the fight down from MyPro, and Fnatic, they're just cowering behind their tier 2 tower. Don't know where to go to. Signature.Trust though, everywhere they want to go. They've still got another 50 seconds worth of this nighttime left, and they blink forward, get the crush, and the follow curse. They really want this Brewmaster dead before he gets the split off, and they're going to be able to do so. Lakel, he just tanks up the Doom. Mushi wants to run forward and do some extra damage, but with a cold embrace, Lakel's getting more life back. The Viper will die. He was a long way out by himself. Almost underneath the tier 3 towers, maybe a little too over-aggressive from Trust, and they're going to pay the price. They lose the Viper, they lose the Slaughter. Lakel's back in though with a God Strength off. They want the kill over from Mushi. DJ again with the saving pickup. The follow-up crush, which he stole from the Slaughter, available to stun up Lakel. And they got a little bit more control, while the Cold Embrace will hold Lakel's in position. DJ, he's got cross back off cooldown with the blink, actually getting both of them, jumping them to the hill to find Mikasa. Mushi stacks the front lines, needs to hit into Lakel. He's doing as much as he can, but Lakel still has so much armor. The Mushi takes some time to find Lakel, but with another double crush from DJ, combining up with the Ice Blast from Net, they're gonna get the in fact, everyone from Signature.Trust down for the count.
It's gonna be a full Battle Fury now. And things are perfectly okay now, which is weird because DJ played the best Slardar I've ever played on a Rubik. Out of 2-3-man slithering crushes he got once he picked it up. I mean, I think the biggest thing is that MyPro messed it up. Before he blinks once again, he crushes first and then blinks forward and then just dies. That doesn't happen, they probably actually get a decent engagement there. He was about to get a 3-man crush off. Because of that, they're gonna lose 5 heroes. Lakel's doesn't do quite enough damage. He's not quite tanky enough. Really, eventually he's gonna need that KB after that BKB is complete. Bit of a sloppy fight from Trust. They thought they were a lot more ahead than they were. The Viper went down so deep into the enemy base. Pretty tanky, but he's got to kind of check himself.
It's like he expected the rest of his team to come with him that deep. Where they kind of held off at the secret shop.
They made the right play there. I think you should pull around after you get the first engagement onto the Panda.
Radiant's middle tower
But they
is
just
under
took the
attack.
fight really.
Trust came over to have a little bit look over towards the Roche pit. Instead, they're going to take a dominated creep and send him in there. So that's the one that belongs to the Sven. Fnatic, they want to find the fight first, then they can think about Roshan. The Aghanim Scepter from Ninestalker will see all they blink back. ADTR jumps in forward with the cross. Actually, stuns on the Ice Blast will be coming in, but the Brewmaster's down before he can get his ulti off. And the curse is helping out Fnatic anyway, as they get completely sharded. You will be killing off the Viper, at least you should. Yeah, they will actually bring him down. This Viper who gets the cross shot. Bushi cannot rejoin the fight. He's losing too much life, but Ohio, he can stand his ground, giving a triple kill to the Doombringer. And Wyvern running to the tree line. Is this actually going to be another full wipe in favor of Fnatic? They have the Observables. The second Mikasa tries to get out of here, I got blink off cooldown in 2 seconds. They don't care, they're not going to wait. They're making their move for Roshan already.
DJ is unbelievable. That fight looked like it was completely gonna go 6. And DJ blinks in 4-man crush off. Like, are you kidding me? This guy has played such an incredible Rubik. This is a better Slardar than Signature.Trust's Slardar. He's even got like the better item progression too. He's got blink and force complete already. This is a level 14 Rubik. Not a hero to be underestimated anymore. Had so much potential in these fights.
There's so much to steal. It doesn't even mean to steal at all, he just takes that one ability time and time again.
This guy is completely turning things around. For Fnatic, make a mistake about it. If he doesn't get any 4-man off as he does, that fight probably just goes disastrously for them. Then Signature.Trust using the amplified damage, plus the Sven, they go into Roche Pit, kind of free Aegis and 5-man down. But DJ is kind of just completely flipped that script.
What's DJ going for this time? He actually takes Amplify. And then backs the hell out. He'll get what he wants whenever he wants it. Maybe even be one of those Aghanim Scepter games for him.
The phase that this game is moving at, doable right now.
Yep.
10 minutes ago when they were losing out, the game is just completely turned around now. Everything is just partially fell.
Radiant
Net worth and experience. In just 2 fights, all it takes is DJ to hit 4-man crush after 4-man crush, and now they've got it going. The Aghanim's completed on net now.
DJ's gonna go for a solo kill here.
He does. Now it's gonna be nigh impossible to stop his. And this is all Brew that hasn't been able to get split off in fights because they've done such a good job of controlling Toby. But that is not gonna happen. They don't have anything that can lock that down anymore.
They can see Mushi, however. Fame Mal's giving the vision, he triggers off the darkness, and there's your instant slow over on Mushi. Defense strikes out to Ohio for the curse, catching out the Doom as well as the PA, and with a double stun and the cleave, the Ice Blast can hit all 5 heroes! ADTR will jump in. It is still, however, the Aegis model being blown, but it still allows Mushi to come back into this fight. Lakel's this BKB, he will start cleaving through, in fact, quite successfully going through these Brewlings, takes out the damage. Fame Mal's here, and the Brewmaster is dropped down. DJ's been able to only took out the void, but still could be part of this fight as Lakel runs away from the PA. DJ watching him closely, no ancient deny possible, not while DJ standing guard. A double kill for the Rubik. And after what looked to be a great initiation from Trust, that Ice Blast hits and Trust scramble.
No way for them to survive under that. You just run away. Really good counter to their lineup so far, especially with the Aghanim Scepter. They were just zoned out of the fight for so long. Lakel's
Radiant's middle
that's a
tower
good hero
is
when you're
under
able to
attack.
5-man like that, but eventually he kind of just gets kited around. Doesn't really have that mobility that you necessarily need. 18, but he just isn't able to pump out any sort of damage in these fights. The team has just lost so much control. Once again, MyPro, before the engagement happened, so throws down the stun onto nothing. I think the Shiva.
That would have been then the 3rd time. I saw it once the first time, you've seen it the other 2 times,
Yeah.
but that his Blink Crush has not worked.
Game has been rough for him.
Well, DJ's had a great time. I almost followed him solely during that team fight.
legit, this guy's the playmaker for their team for sure.
Just been everywhere. He's 5'7", 14 on a level 16 Rubik. He's got more levels than a
Radiant's middle
Brewmaster.
tower is under attack.
But then again, this Brewmaster has been pretty well shut down. 4-8-5 for 80 TR.
They've gone beyond that. The fact that Dig played this game in terms of execution for the first like 25 minutes much better than they did the last game. So even if they lose this game, they can probably look back at it and say, you know what? As long as we didn't dive their tier 3, we probably would have been okay. But you did dive their tier 3.
Yeah. Rune Rubik. Front lines he goes. But have that gem, because that is something else that Signature.Trust lost during that last fight. There's no detection Fei Mao anymore to combine up with that Aghanim Scepter, so they're having to go back into their old-fashioned sentry wards. Throw down 2, they realize not being seen, and a smoke movement comes forward. Mushi's gonna be the first one they see. Nice Stalker looking to go, they trigger Darkness, and Mushi walks back down again, he gets the BKB off before MyPro can get the crush. Raquel's, his stun will be cancelled as well by the BKB of the Brewmaster, so the 2 stuns already down. Ohio with the Shiva's Gas trying to slow down Signature.Trust to maybe keep a couple from there. Not really going to happen. But MyPro, he does find DJ, and maybe they can get some revenge. Just let that bounty just sitting on the ground. But DJ's Ghost Set will protect him for now. Ohio can't get the Doom off the 4-star. Lion to get out to safety, but MyPro, DJ's got him. Pick him up, throw him back down again. Maymal's waiting. Keeping this blink on cooldown. Throwing that Urn Charge onto Ohio as Mikasa has to Arctic Bird himself into the tree line. So get a little bit of vision. No, he'll TP out to safety. The Fnatic, they know there's no curse, they know there's no darkness. And they're coming for the tier 3 tower on the top lane now.
Is under
Yeah,
attack.
this is the perfect timing for them. It's still 60 seconds before he can use his ultimate again, and this may be the one time that they had
Radiant's
to fight.
top
The
tower
good news
has
though
fallen.
is that a lot of BKBs were popped on the side of Fnatic. It's gonna be a little bit easier for Sig to fight,
Radiant's
but
top tower is
everybody's
under
so
attack.
tanky. MyPro,
Nice double crush from him. And now, oh, DJ does pick up Jab, throwing back out over again. But he's holding on to this Void for the moment. What's he going to get in return? He actually gets the Storm Hammer.
tier 2 mid. Just better play, but gonna blink in, the amp off onto the Doom, play the positional game. Didn't matter too much of those Fnatic. They've got a fairly significant.
Radiant's middle
No.
tower is under
Phantom
attack.
Assassin is quite strong.
Jump in mid. Have they got a follow-up to this? Actually, they have no idea what's behind it. Let it go for now.
Trading for 1100 right now. Could wait for the next Roshan before Ifan as Fnatic. Over this tier 2 though.
Sig aren't waiting. They're smoked up, they trigger darkness, they're running forward, the smoke's gonna go off from Fnatic. Instant crush onto the Doom, bring him with the stun from DJ! He caught out MyPro with the false Mikasa! The Brewmaster Blue will now be able to go off, they've lost 3, but Kelvin up and towards the air, he's already doomed up, the Viper's down, and Signature.Trust will lose everything. There's no way Lakells can fight this. DJ's timing on that Storm Hammer was absolutely perfect, and Trust get wiped without even breaking a sweat from Fnatic.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
God, that guy's good.
What can I say? Like this guy's just
Radiant's middle tower
stuff.
is under attack.
played like the best Largar I've seen in 1685. They're just gonna go for the throne. Yeah, I'm pretty speechless right now.
Radiant's middle tower has
Signature, they
fallen.
had good moments, but that one
Radiant
fight in the mid lane,
structures
and then
are
the
fortified.
fight at bottom where they got 4-man stunned, 5-man ice blasted. It's almost
Radiant's
impossible
middle
to
tower
cover for
has
something
fallen.
like that. It's
Radiant's
such a
middle
decent lead
barracks
built
are
up too.
under
Like
attack.
5k in both XP
Radiant's
and
middle barracks has
gold,
fallen.
but a lot its little way. This is such a disappointing loss too. Like, I feel for them.
MyPro's going in again. A 2-man crush. DJ gonna return it with a 2-man crush of his own. Mikasa and MyPro. They were the ones who got shut down at the start of that mid lane fight.
Radiant's middle tower is
A little
under
bit of
attack.
indecision. They started
Radiant's
attacking
top
into the
tower
tier 4
has
towers and
fallen.
then backed out, take out the mid racks.
They just assumed that Sig would just up. No, Sig is down the fight out of the floor. Position really recoverable. To be just flat out honest with you, just spiraled a little bit fights have gone way too poorly, and I don't like they're really recovering them either.
It's kind of hard for me always to think like that, like if it's not recoverable, knowing like what Zvens have done in the past as well. There's cleave damage. Normally that comes with a crit, however, and Lakel's just does not have that.
It's not just that though, they don't have back. I them all for
the blink curse is it, or is bad positioning from Fnatic. That's the only thing. They have to rely on Fnatic's mistakes. And hello Rapier.
Okay, Mushi's just like, this is the key item. Roshan's almost up too. Go for Dr. Aegis.
Still that dominated creep is sitting inside the pit. Well, the Radiant ones is just watching Roshan to see when he comes up. I believe that belongs to the Sven. It could actually belong to the PA. Actually, no, it's got a red health bar. Yeah, it belongs to the PA.
Know that the 3100 crits. They know Aegis is up. My DJ dude. When we were in Korea, I remember just thinking like, they had us make a list or something of, I think it was on like Team Liquid, of like, the best players to fight against. All of us put C, or now known as DJ, at number 1. Like as the player with the most potential. He was just so, like every lane. He was able to play pretty much anything. He was like their Invoker player 2 times. That was insane. See him thrive under these kinds of conditions. Like, even the games that they were losing at the major, he was definitely their star. The Wind Ranger performance that he had against, I can't remember, it's in my head, was pretty amazing. Rubik play, outstanding. Oh, they didn't even give the Aegis to,
No, they get, like, Doom took the Aegis. I don't think it was meant to happen that way. Because the Doom should really have the cheese at this point. If they actually lose Mushi, and a Rapier is handed over to Zen, watch the birdie, watch the Rapier.
They should be okay, but why even bother doing this?
I don't know! The risk is it worth?
Does Mushi just get off on weird this, or is it just like, I gotta make this game hard as possible?
I don't think it was Mushi's choice. I think it was Ohio who just picked up the Aegis Immortal by accident.
I mean, it probably doesn't matter, but why bother putting yourself?
If it does, like, the Observers and Sentries are down. Net sees this with the gem.
If he winners curses Mushi, or Ohio or something in him. Come on, guys.
Here they come. The smoke's on Fnatic. Is this the way it goes down? Kells is out of position though. He's all the way down the bottom lane trying to keep the creep wave out. And they're gonna jump in as Fame Mount takes a lot of damage early on. Let's see Ohio, he's got that Aegis Immortal. He's trying to be basically the sponge on the front line. The Ice Blast will ensure the kill on the Nine Stalker. He's the only one to go down now. The Nine Stalker fires back. Mushi, first up, he's going down. He's gonna get the cheese off. No, he just turns for the crit. Lakel's design quickly. Mushi, he will end up surviving as he triggers the cheese. And this will be GG. There was one small glimmer of hope that Mushi would throw this game for the Signature.Trust fans, give him a 2-0 victory. It will not be the case. It'll end up being a 1-1, a second draw for Fnatic. They don't claim the bonus points, but they will still stay on top of the board, as they will have 5 points in total. Only the number 1 position from the group stages will advance themselves through to the LAN final. So it's been it hasn't been the smoothest run for Fnatic, and there's still a lot of teams out there that can contest them for number 1.
Yeah. For a third of a second, I was like, they're doing it! And then he pops the cheese, I was like, okay, God. That could have gone a lot worse.
It looked rough. But that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back for more Dota Pit action next week. Of course, the JD team will be very busy over the course of the weekend. We have the defense final starting tomorrow, as we're all getting prepared for that one today. So definitely tune in. You'll find all the details over on joindota.com for that one. And of course, for everything Dota Pit, you can go to dotapit.com, follow their Twitter and everywhere else. And of course, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.